Hey, what's going on, guys? Bflattened here with a brand new video here today. This is going to be the hotfix for the new arms race DLC. Let's get right into it. So the new content added support for Designer's Cut. We get the 4th skill tree for each Vault Hunter. We added arms race, and we added multiverse final form cosmetics to those that own the season pass. Now they added Mayhem 11, which is an exact replica of Mayhem 10, except Mayhem 11 has 0 modifiers, and it also gives you a 50% cut to world drops. So Mayhem 10 is going to be really good for just like world general annoyance, and if you're going to have the modifiers on it, you throw those on top. Mayhem 11 is going to be very good for source drops, so that you don't clutter your spawn and loot pool with just having a bunch of world drops in front of you. So both of them still have their viabilities in place, but this all comes down to preference in the end. So they updated some anointments to the 4th skill tree. The fake grasp, as they called it, and the gamma burst no longer exist. Those are gone. Their goal is to make sure that no Vault Hunter has an unfair advantage related to anointments activating. They turned off action steal and whiffing and stuff like that. They added 14 new action steal damage anoints, which is great. All different forms of them. There's Mantis Cannon, there's Iron Cubs, things like that. They are all over the world, not only just in the DLC. You can see them everywhere. It's great. Some general stuff, they removed Mayhem level gears from enemies. So this is going to be huge because enemies were doing Mayhem 10 damage to us, and we had no way to really counter it besides like making our builds absolutely OP and super duper OP and everything like that. A bunch of general optimization and things like that. Nothing too big. Another big one to jump into is the photo mode will not activate when accessing it through the quick menu. Resetting the camera using the reset camera function, and photo mode will no longer reset to a random location. That's pretty nice. Bunch of UI optimization and performances if you want to pause the video at any point to read over these. I'll also link this into the description as well if you want to read it yourself. Some stability. The host could crash when a client enters Iron Bear. The game could crash when viewing fast travel stations in the Echo map. That is big. Matchmaking stuff, they added arms race into there. Trials and Circle of Slaughters are into a single matchmaking pool. Updated matchmaking pools only consider whether Mayhem mode is enabled or disabled instead of creating a pool for each Mayhem level. They did a little bit of Mayhem change or matchmaking changes to help make it a little bit easier. Going into our characters, several changes to Zane's tree and class mod. They increased the skill tree diversity to make it so that their scene dead doesn't really like dominate the game anymore, so there was a little bit of changes. You have to save quit with Zane. I believe it's only Zane that you have to do it to have their trees updated. Skill points that were in the 4 swap skills will be refunded, and you get to spend them wherever you want. Skill tree changes are as follows. Swap the positions of Death Follows Close and Seeing Red on the skill tree. So Death Follows Close is now the capstone, and Seeing Red is no longer the capstone. Adding the kill skill bonus of 15% to Seeing Red out of the capstone. So that's super important to note as well. Swap the positions of Confident Competence and Distributed Denial on the green skill tree, and the buff gun damage goes to Confident Competence, which is huge. While barriers are active, you get more gun damage, which is nice. Another big one is given the percentage chance of duct tape mod. You now have Zane immunity to damage from his weapons and grenades from duct tape mod. Super nice. That's a big one. Class mods rework the ability to allow the shield to refill before it is broken whenever the action steal is activated. That's nice. The kill steal damage bonus on the Seeing Dead took a little bit of a hit, just so that I can line out with Seeing Red a little bit more. So both kind of have their placements now. Amara updated ties that bind to only pass weapon and melee damage to enemies. Not a super huge deal. That's basically what we were doing anyways. Weapon annoyance that increased weapon or melee damage after face slam now properly increases damage. Updated the Muse prompt to prevent double dipping on damage modifiers. That's not too bad either. Flak's pet will now receive damage buffs from the global grenade annoyance, which is nice. address a reported concern dealing critical hits with the rack pack and rack attack, or head count, sorry. Head count and rack attack, they now work properly and they don't reset and fuck over your cooldowns. I did actually test this the first time it happened and I was having that problem, so I'm very happy to hear that. EchoCast updates, we get all the arms race shenanigans, and there's also the extractor game mode. So whenever someone extracts from the whenever someone extracts an arms race, players can attempt to win it off of streamers like myself, and there's been a ton of people who have won already, which is really, really nice. There was a lot of good stuff. Hotfixes, purple E-Tech pistols can drop in game. Zero's bounty board and Sanctuary 3 look better. PC users unable to drop equip gear, that's nice. Weapon adjustments, the Phasor has increased damage, Ion Laser increased damage and number of projectiles, Shreddifier increased damage, Trevinator, Tungusta, the Link, the Rebel Yell, the Hornet has increased weapon damage and splash radius, the Nemesis, and the Flacker. Now I've noticed that the Flacker also has 16 magazine size again. I don't know if this is intended, but I've seen it jump from 1 to 16. If you want to see the damage percentages and changes to all these items, I do have them posted in my Discord under the Borderlands 3 section. There'll be an invite to the Discord inside the description of this video. You guys can have an easy access to it. Just make sure you select a role in the news section and you guys will be able to access anything in part of the Discord. It's all available for you. I think that's going to conclude the video here though, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. My name is Bflattened. I'm signing on out of here. Take care all. Laters.